Recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. At this time, I'd yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Tennessee, Mr. Burchett.
Gentleman from Tennessee is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Chairman, appreciate you and your leadership, brother. I rise in support of overriding the President Biden's veto of House Joint Resolution 27. Overriding the veto would get rid of a Biden administration rule that hurts American landowners, small business owners, and farmers. Back in 2020, the EPA addressed a long-standing problem. It got rid of a broad and confusing definition of waters in the United States, also known as WOTUS, and replaced it with a definition that was much more specific and easier to understand. But no good deeds left unpunished, Mr. Speaker. Landowners need to know if their body of water meets the definition of WOTUS, because if it does, then it's subject to a much stricter environmental regulations. But of course, the Biden administration is doing what it does best, and it's messing up the situation. It's like my dad used to say about education. The problem we have with education is we called in the people that created the problem to fix it, and that's what they're doing. It repealed the clear definition of WOTUS from 2020 and replaced it with a more confusing and ambiguous one. This means a lot more landowners, small business owners, and farmers will need to hire expensive lawyers and consultants just to figure out if their body of water now qualifies as a WOTUS. Another example, bringing in the bureaucrats to fix a problem that they've created. A lot of my constituents are farmers and landowners, of course. Many of them are both of those. It's hard enough for them to take care of their land and follow these crazy environmental regulations without adding the burden of trying to figure out what these regulations are in the first place. Basically, what we've done, we've taken this away from the mom and pop farmers, the people that have inherited the land, that respect the land. No one respects the land more than a farmer, Mr. Speaker. And we're replacing it with multinational globalist corporations who control politicians like the puppet masters that they are. This administration needs to stop throwing bureaucracies at every situation it can get its hands on. Mr. Speaker, it just doesn't work. This time it will hurt Americans who work hard to take care of their land and their businesses. Mr. Speaker, I yield the remainder of my time.
Thank you.